I watched the earth as time unfurled beneath me, cities blooming like sparks in the dark, oceans breathing, mountains dreaming, every moment.
Then, as I loomed closer, I saw a newborn baby lying before me, and I was certain that's who I would become.
I felt a sudden rush, vast and bright, like wind and lightning racing through me. And then there was quiet, and heartbeat, and breath.
All right, one last press. There. Union Jack front and centre. Do you like it, do you? Wait till you see it up top. Bit more glue along the edge, can't have it peeling during the parade. Right, crown ready for the big day.
Cute little one, sitting so tall.
That's a bit big, isn't it? Let's fix that.
Perfect, there we are.
Sweetheart, you're the star of the party.
Cheers to that.
To 25 marvellous years.
Hear, hear. You hear that, darling? Everyone toasting you and Her Majesty at once.
Happy Jubilee, my love.
It is said that life is like a test, Barry. And the test in life of Barry Deeks would be the hardest of all mankind. For this reason, we have many people in your world from our world.
That's a lot to take in.
Got him.
Barry, that was sick, man.
You okay?
Yeah.
Here.
Legend, you flattened him.
Just got lucky.
Nah, you had his number. Respect.
Barry, you may notice a change tonight.
What kind of change?
The kind you don't forget.
What? No way.
Whoa, slow down. What's going on?
Dad, you have to listen. Last night, something happened. I was in my room and I saw the sun and the moon, both of them, moving fast, like the sky was on fast forward, and then everything outside slid backward. The streetlights, the snow, it was like time itself rewound. I swear.
Dad, did you see that? The sun shot past the moon. We must have gone back in time or something.
Don't be stupid, son. The sun and the moon don't move so quickly. You didn't go back in time.
Then what was it?
All right, Barry, tell us, man.
I was in my room. Sky went all weird. Colors spinning. Then I wasn't there anymore. Dirt road, old wagon, wind in my face. I think I went back in time.
You said you had something unusual happen last night?
Yeah.
I was sitting in my room, just looking out the window. The sky was turning dark, and then it started going the other way. Like time was rewinding. Stars slipped back into the clouds, the sun climbed up again, even the rain was falling up the glass.
And you just watched.
I couldn't look away.
On my way home, I met her, an old lady with eyes like faded sky. She said I'd be famous one day, and I believed her for no reason I could name. She led me down a path of waving grass.
Evening, young man.
Hello?
I know that face. You're the one who'll be famous one day.
What?
Come, my cottage is just ahead.
Are you sure?
Trust me.
This place, it's like something out of a story.
Every story has a beginning.
This is a future time, child. A place waiting for you. When the moment comes, you'll take your people. You'll know it in your bones, as sure as the tides, and you'll lead them to safety.
I'm still just a 16-year-old kid.
For now.
Walk to the trees at the bottom of the garden, child. When you reach them, you'll find the shops from around your block waiting in their place.
The shops? Like home?
Exactly. Go on.
All right, this is...
Wow.
Toward the end of senior year, I figured someone had to take a stand. No cape, no movie montage, just me, an olive-skinned kid with a beat-up hoodie and too much homework. I wasn't enough to take on every bully, but you don't have to be enough. You just have to be there when it counts. You done?
We took the ferry over to France before the long coach ride. Everyone was buzzing, me most of all. Then the Alps appeared and it felt like stepping into a postcard. I skied, let's just say, way faster than sensible. Carving turns like my life depended on it.
The first day back after the mountain felt like waking from a dream. I sat through class, but my head was still on the slope. Then the hallway reminded me why I dreaded coming here. The way the ringleaders cornered the quiet kids, no one stopping them. It churned something ugly already inside me. I thought of the sign.
I was hospitalized almost immediately after the holiday. They sent me to a place called Pine Lodge for intensive therapy. All day long, we moved from group to group, talking, breathing, sharing. But it was useless. The real problem was never even touched.
I used to think being the guy who listens, the one who fixes, meant I had it together. So I took on everyone else's problems, while mine piled up in the corner. We all picked jobs to keep this place running. Meals, rides, check-ins, roles that made us feel solid. It all worked, except I kept pretending I was okay.
Hey, you alright? You look worn out.
I'm fine, just tired, I guess.
Let me know if you need a break, okay?
I spoke with your teachers. They all see how hard you've been trying and how much it's taken out of you.
I just can't keep up anymore.
Then you shouldn't have to. Take this, 2 months off. Focus on you.
I didn't know it walking home that day, but it would be the last time I came back from school the same. I just wanted to study, get through the homework, maybe ace the next test. But when I opened the notebook, something opened back. Lines turned to light, numbers to constellations.
Every page I turn feels like I'm stacking bricks in my skull. I read until the lines blur, trying to see further than anyone else my age. History, physics, biology, doesn't matter. If it could give me an edge, I devoured it. Some nights it feels like my brain's gonna burst out of my head. But
home was a big deal for me. Big enough that I could feel it in my chest the whole train ride here. Advantage Enterprises wasn't just a place to study. It was a chance to start over, away from everything I knew. People here come with all kinds of abilities, all kinds of stories.
Back then, I was splitting my time. Mornings at Advantage Enterprises, afternoons here at Burton-upon-Trent Technical College. It was a lot for a teenager, but I loved it. Every lecture, every project in the workshop felt like another step forward. The staff pushed me, my mates kept me going.
I met 3 people this semester, Robert, Bryn, and Ian, and somehow it just clicked. But Robert and I, we started hanging out on our own. We didn't argue, not really. We debated about everything. Ethics, movies, whether pineapple belongs on pizza. It was less like sparring and more like building something together, brick by brick.
Lining it up, and yes! Straight through the uprights.
Okay, my turn. Watch and learn. Oh, no way, that host hates
Scoreboard
me.
loves me, though.
Show off.
Watch this. Double-decker flick.
No way, that shouldn't even be legal.
I picked up Macbeth because our teacher said it was dangerous to say the title out loud. I didn't know much, just that there was a king who doesn't last long. And then I got cast as him. Crown, cape, a couple of lines, and a dagger in the chest before I could really enjoy it.
Remember, Orwell wasn't just writing about animals. He was holding up a mirror to power, to the Russian Revolution. Ask yourself, why would pigs lead a farm? Thoughts? Go ahead.
It's like the pigs become what they fought against, like the Tsar.
Hey, Professor.
Evening, Einstein.
Physics. You're getting it. Look at that slope. Perfect.
In college, you meet all kinds of characters. There's the ones who quote philosophy in the cafe line, the girl who sketches everyone when she thinks they aren't looking, the guy who can make a joke out of any disaster. And somehow they all end up at your table. I didn't say much, not right away.
All right, class. So what does choosing first-person perspective actually do to a story? Barry, since you're front and center, any thoughts?
Makes it personal. Like you're not just watching it happen, you're in the room with whoever's telling it. You feel the pinch when they do.
Exactly. You end up carrying their hopes, their blind spots.
Where are you going, Barry?
It's Sunday, Marlene. Time to let the wheels breathe.
Morning, Barry. Morning.
Name's Barry. Just a guy, a bike, and a whole town that's got places to be. And sometimes, on Sundays, you find a little magic on the way.
Burton-upon-Trent Technical College handed me a golden ticket, a month of work experience in France. I look a bit like that kid from the old karate movies, just minus the headband. First leg of the adventure, train to Paris. Rolling fields blurred past as I filled a notebook with plans.
On the second leg of my journey, I climbed aboard a train bound for Nancy. I guess I looked a bit like that kid from the old karate movie. People kept telling me so, but I was just me, backpack and all, chasing another city. That's where I met Claire Le Fléchère. She had a notebook, a smile that felt like...
Claire got off the train before me. I watched her wheel her suitcase across the platform at Mettsville, backlit by the last of the sun, and then she was gone. I stayed on board, watching the fields ripple past until the lights of Nancy came up and the sky turned the color of peaches. The city felt bigger than I expected, towers and spires, narrow streets smelling of...
Days here start with the river. Samples, sensors, the quiet hum of data telling stories about the air we breathe and the water we depend on. And when the sun drops, the city wakes in a different way. Doors swing open, music spills into the streets, and every stone alley seems to promise a new conversation.
Look at that flip.
Perfect landing.
I'm impressed, Chef.
Wait till you taste it.
Cheers, everyone!
To good food. And better company.
So you just met us today, huh?
Welcome to our little corner.
Happy to be here. This spread's amazing.
Wait till you try the grapes.
At the end of that first month, we'd kept in touch by letter. For a while, at least. One by one, the replies stopped coming until only the friend from the train wrote back. The strangest part? Somewhere along the way, I started thinking in French. Like my thoughts had switched rails without telling.
Coming back, it felt different this time. I could hear my steps, feel my own breath. The world looked new, yet familiar, like I'd finally caught up to myself. What I carried home wasn't weight, but clarity. I found meaning in still moments.
1 year from university, I was sure of myself. A-levels on top of the diploma, long nights in labs, mornings with coffee and equations. I remember feeling unstoppable. Then, nothing, just a blur. I woke up here.
I couldn't speak, couldn't move, but I could think, I could hear, and I could see them. My parents came to me, faces carrying a weight I didn't yet understand. I didn't know what had happened, not yet, but at
At least, I could still hear myself think. At first, letters were my only way out. Each tap a whisper, each word a climb. A month in, I felt it, like the sun rising behind my ribs. One breath, one syllable, and suddenly, everything.
Barry, look at me. Don't you know who you are? We are all counting on you.
Yeah. I do now.
I make a vow to save mankind from all its perils. I vow not to leave this world until humanity is safe.
I think you chose the right time to leave, sir.
Yeah. Feels like it.
When I got moved to the West Cheshire ward, I thought it would just be another bland corridor and a long stretch of them. Then I saw her, Rachel. I told her, half joking, that I could manage being single if I hadn't seen beauty like hers. She laughed, kind eyes and all, and I thought that was that. But fate, it seems, has a sense of humour, because a few days later I met another Rachel.
Amazing. When I moved to the next ward, I thought it'd be just another street. And then I saw her. A different Rachel. She blew my head off. Everything about her, those colors, that smile, was fascinating. Like she'd been waiting here the whole time just to change the way the world looked.
After a few months, I moved away from the ward, and away from Rachel. But I never gave up on her. I couldn't. When you want something, someone, badly enough, you find yourself capable of anything. And every mile I crossed only made that clearer.
And so I had found my motivation to save the world, to win the affection of Rachel. I wrote prophecies of peace and love, whole pages of them. I preached to anyone who'd listen, made pledges under the stars, and dreamed of a future without hurt. But I've got to admit, I don't have a real plan. Not yet.
I kept moving. Different towns, new apartments. And every time it happened, the date looked familiar. April 12th, August 12th, December 12th, same day, different years, a pattern I never chose. Maybe my mind was hiding something. A reason.
I wrote to my pen pal Claire, who was to be my pacifying agent. My life had been too violent to save the world directly. She would be my figurehead, at least at first. But I would be the driving force.
You don't call, you don't write, they just show up.
I had to think it through.
Think what through?
I'm going to tell them you did it. That's the only way this works.
You put me in prison?
It's the way it has to be.
When they arrested me, I didn't fight. The deal was already set. Susan asked, and I agreed, so I kept my mouth shut. At the station, I told them what they wanted to hear. In the courtroom, I gave the word she needed. Guilty for a crime that didn't happen. And when they led me out into the rain, I saw her.
People never believe me when I tell them. In prison, I had a good time. I was respected. At 21, I was probably the youngest on the block, but I found my place quick. The routine suited me. Beds made sharp, meals on time, hoop in the yard. And the banter, man, that was the best part. We
4 months on remand felt like forever. When they moved me to Risley, what everyone used to call Grizzly Risley, I expected the same darkness I'd heard about, but the place had changed. The staff, the schedule, the weight in the air was lighter. I found people who had my back, a routine that made sense.
First day in the workshop, I didn't know what to expect. They handed us boxes of bits, told us we'd be making light fittings. Didn't sound like much. But once we got going, everyone found their rhythm. Banter, a bit of help where you needed it. Felt normal, in a good way. I like it here. We actually enjoy it.
I only found the sociology lessons interesting. Association was good, but it was the company I enjoyed. We didn't spend much time out of cells. Maybe that's why those moments meant what they did.
The gates opened, and we rolled in, me and 4 others in chains. They took me to the vulnerable prisoners' wing. Stairs creaked all the way up to what they call the fours, 4th floor from the basement. 2nd floor up, in other words. Every eye in the hall followed.
You ever hear of Layhill?
Folks say people live like royalty in there. Come and go when they feel like it.
Come and go. Sounds like a hotel. They gotta commit a crime to get a room.
Listen to this guy.
Man asked if you gotta break a law to get in.
I'm just saying, if it's that nice, maybe we're all...
Sometimes we'd pass things from cell to cell by a bit of string. Jumpers, sugar, anything that fit. You'd feel the line tighten, and a parcel would glide through the bars like a message in a bottle. We'd make tea with wires dipped in a mug, watch the steam rise like freedom for a second. Pillowcases became toasters.
Upon leaving the prison and I went to a place called Scott Clinic, I decided that when the time came, my being in hospital would lessen prejudice to people in mental hospitals. We're just normal people. We hurt, we heal, we try again. Maybe that's enough to change a mind or two.
I cooked. I shaped things out of wood. And somehow, all of that became this.
If we move the counter here, the light will hit it just right.
We planned, we sketched, we built together. A cafe in the grounds. Our little experiment turned real.
We ordered far too much takeaway and somehow finished most of it. Everyone piled around the table like one big family. The next day I wandered to the library, lost track of time in the smell of paper and coffee. We ate out, shared stories the way you do over good food.
My friends saw my smile. They didn't see the horrors within. The professionals I turned to, those spirits that said they were guiding me, forcing me, never really cared.
Whatever makes the mind quiet, right?
That's what they said.
I try to live a normal life, but they're always there, whispering, urging. Not angels, not demons, something in between. They ask me to write, to tell the world things I don't completely understand. I didn't ask for this.
I had spent 2 3/4 years in Scott Clinic, and the pattern, it appeared to have stopped. So I stopped paying attention to the moves in my place of accommodation. That's almost perfect. Just give it a little bit of a tan olive-like. And somehow, in the quiet that followed, it felt like breathing for the first.
Then I moved again, to a place called Kempleview, where the fun was way more intense. There was a full gym, no gloves needed for me, a kitchen in every ward so we could cook together instead of just eating together, and a horticultural department with its own greenhouse. Fresh air, fresh food.
We had singers and we watched videos. Back then, I didn't know how any of it worked. I just knew it made me feel something. When it came to computers, most of my education was self-taught. Nights spent on empty streets, headphones in, code on the screen, music in my head.
My next accommodation would be much closer to home, Chester, in Beaumere, which had been open less than a decade. Rachel had worked there, but only up until a few months before I came to the ward. The place still feels fresh, like it holds its breath between past and future. Walking through the corridors, seeing the light fall across the courtyard.
That ward wasn't just a place to get better. It was a whole world. We trained in the gym, we cooked and barbecued in the evenings, we played pool, swam laps, and got lost in code. I even made it to college. We went out for meals, for pints, for thrills at Alton Towers.
When I got there, I was one of only 6 patients. The ward had opened a couple weeks earlier, all fresh paint and echoing corridors. For a long time, I thought the whole thing was pointless. My being admitted, the routine, the check-ins. But it ended up serving a different purpose. It slowed everything down.
I took the rowing boat down the D, ducking under the old suspension bridge as if I had all the time in the world. The oars kept a heartbeat against the water, steady and sure. Later I walked for miles, just letting the paths choose where I'd go. Should have felt like a waste, I suppose.
They said you can't beat the system. I used to believe them. The locked doors, the cameras, the routines, they felt safe, almost comforting. But comfort can become a cage. The dates on my calendar told another story. One pattern at a time, I learned where the cracks.
I keep returning to the books I read before the crash. Before the collision felt like the world itself folding in. Before the silence of a hospital room became the loudest thing I'd ever heard. They say it was an accident.
I was just walking, trying to clear my head. Then the air bent, and words appeared.
There will be a leaning toward one man's mind, sir. You have to save us.
I swear it came from nowhere, like the forest itself was speaking.
My fame will come like the calm before the storm. But when it rains, it will rain love. This world, it's my mind. And I am your man of steel, humanity.
Time comes. The strength of my will shall be known. The breath in my chest will move mountains. Before I take you to heaven, I will heal this world of all its ills. Watch the land remember its life. Feel the winds that carry hope.
The time came for me to move again, to Newhall, another private hospital. You don't have to be posh to get into these places. It happens to common folk like me too. I packed the bag, took a deep breath, and hit the road. The place felt warm the moment I walked in.
I used to think therapy was just sitting in a room talking about feelings. Turns out, it can be a lot more than that. We shopped for groceries together, cooked big meals, took long walks just to breathe. One morning we served breakfast at a shelter cafe. I ladled eggs.
But what does that actually mean?
Well, the dictionary says a definition is a statement of the exact meaning of a word.
I guess I lean on that because it keeps us on the same page.
Makes sense.
When we look at the recovery star, every point, growth, trust, identity, means something different to each of us.
When I left the hospital, I moved into one of 5 new flats. Mine was on the corner, with sun pouring through the windows. I introduced myself to the neighbors and the support staff. Kind faces, open doors. They invited me up to the rooftop that first night.
Cheers, Tracy.
Cheers to another busy week conquered.
And to noodles that don't fight back.
We'll see about that.
Oh, that was good cinematography, right?
Stunning. I nearly dropped the popcorn.
Bishop to C6.
Bold. And now you're trapped.
Not for long.
Done!
Mate, look at this place.
Come in. Kettle's on.
5 minutes down the road and I didn't even know.
Feels meant to be.
Wild, innit? New flat, same seaside air.
A better view than the ward had. Here's to better views then. Cheers to that. Glad we came early. This place smells incredible.
Best idea you had all week.
Just wait until the music starts.
I'm ready.
I often walked down to the floral pavilion and listened to the pianist. The atmosphere was wonderful. The air smelled of blooming lavender and warm wood. Every note drifted across the water like it belonged here. Sitting there, I felt time slow, as if the world was content to pause and listen with me.
The first time I walked into Osborne Court, I thought it would just be another block of flats. But inside, I found the kind of neighbours who feel like old friends, people who wait for you on the rooftop at sunset and laugh with you over a board game that lasts too long. I came here alone. Now it feels like the kind of place you keep coming home to.
A little more cilantro. Watch closely, folks. 3 lemons, 1 Kenny.
Careful you don't drop it in the curry.
If I do, it'll just add flavour. Oh, look at this feast.
Dig in, everyone.
And now for my next trick, a tune-in E straight from the sofa.
Evening, Sharon.
You're just in time. Quiz is about
Smells
to start.
amazing already.
Veggies are nearly done. Go win us a point.
All right, biggest moon, that's Ganymede. So, Jupiter.
Lock it in.
Nailed it.
Look at you, Professor.
I wanted a place where I could really sing, so I started searching, scrolling through list after list, until this one name jumped out at me, the Garrick Snug. 5 stars, cozy stage, open late, it looked perfect. Can't wait to get up there and belt one out.
When night falls, I'll be shining bright. Every step, every song is a piece of my life. I won't stop, no, I won't hide. I'm gonna sing it out tonight.
You seem comfortable here already. First time in the group?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect, honestly.
None of us were. I remember thinking, where are all the bandages? But most of us don't look like anything happened.
That's exactly what surprised me. I walked in and thought, did I get the right room?
Oi, you hungry? I've got enough noodles to feed a small army.
You kidding? It smells amazing from here. Give me 2 minutes.
Store's open, mate.
On my way. Look at that spread. Perfect Friday night.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
That hits the spot.
Worth the walk next door.
Smells good out here, huh?
Smells amazing.
All right, let's get this chicken turned. Look at that char. Perfect. 1 corn and a skewer coming right up. Thanks, I can't wait. Enjoy, kiddo.
Cheers, everyone!
To the best neighbor in shit. All right, boarding group C, that's us.
Let's go to Spain.
Big smile, you're in your Barbados gear.
Gotta rep the island even at 30,000 feet.
Who's sitting by the window?
He called it first.
Fine, but I get the aisle on the way back.
Deal. Wait till you see the view out
Look
there.
at that wing. Golden hour already.
Spain, here we come.
New adventures, friends. Can't beat it.
Miren nada más este día. Ni una nube encima y el agua parece una piscina gigante.
Vale totalmente la pena madrugar, ¿eh?
Claro que sí, y con ustedes aquí, mejor todavía.
Salud por eso. Oye, vamos hasta la cala esa que tiene arena blanca.
Ce qui me plaît le plus ici, c'est que tout paraît simple, mais chaque bouchée a une histoire. La sauce, par exemple, je la reconnais d'un petit bistrot à Lyon où j'allais avec mon père, tu goûtes et tout de suite ça te ramène quelque part, tu vois. C'est pour ça que j'adore venir dans des endroits comme celui-ci. Et puis avec un verre de blanc bien frais, on peut passer des heures à parler de tout et de rien. On oublie le reste du monde.
Привет, как вы себя чувствуете сегодня? Это потрясающее место, потрясный часот, да, это такой болт, который это в плюструла, чакшкая, где по такой тыглоты, а ты хочешь катер дома, хасючная тыгдола. Знаете, иначе просто поправший мукинизацию.
Guten Abend, das ist mein Boardingpass.
Danke Ihnen, schönen Heimflug.
Danke, gleichfalls einen schönen Dienst. Guten Abend. Ein schöner Vogel, den Sie da haben.
Danke sehr, willkommen an Bord.
Entschuldigung, darf ich an Ihnen vorbei? Ich sitze am Fenster.
Aber natürlich kein Problem.
Vielen Dank. Ist es Ihr erstes Mal nach Frankfurt?
Ja, wir besuchen meine Tochter dort.
Oh, dann schönen Aufenthalt.
This is it. Personal statement, transcripts, letters, all in. Just one more click. And submit it. Now we wait. Oh, email. View decision. Accepted. Yes, I did it. College, here I come.
Ever since I was a kid, I've been fascinated by how the world works. Today I'm walking onto campus, but it feels like I'm stepping into a giant laboratory. Every brick, every leaf, part of some grand experiment. I take notes like my life depends on it, because in a way it does. Knowledge builds layer by layer.
Small, quiet thoughts I thought I could shrug off, but the clouds kept stacking up. Nights got longer, streets felt emptier. Inside, I was falling, until the only thing left to do was ask for help. Again. So here I am.
I never wrote for conversation. The page has always spoken louder than any back and forth could. Ink, paper, and a quiet room. Those were my companions. I filled notebooks at a desk while the city moved on outside the window, drafted endings on rooftops, proofread by firelight, carried chapters down cobblestone streets. Everywhere, a suit on my shoulders. People remember the outfit before the words. I let them. The stories are stitched into the lining anyway. Every tie knot is a reminder to keep the language sharp.
After a while, the time came for me to move again. I headed to another hospital in Winsford, a new room, a new view, and a notebook that held my next steps. I spent hours refining the words, shaping them into a script, and turning that script into a vision. Nights blurred into mornings, coffee into more coffee. I built the trailer myself, frame by frame, and sent it out into the world. Then I watched as the numbers climbed, and with them, the dream.
I started heading out to Winsford Gym a few weeks ago, zipped up in my tracksuit, telling myself I'd just move a little, see how it felt. Now it's become a routine, cardio to get my heart going, then weights to build strength. Step after step on the treadmill, pull after pull on the rower, barbell, dumbbells, ropes, each set a little better than the last. The sweat, the burn, it all adds up to something good. Feels like I'm waking my body up again, giving it the respect it deserves.
There was a time when getting out of bed felt like climbing a mountain. My body had slipped into remission, and the world suddenly seemed a few steps farther away. I started leaning on a stick just to cross the street. But I never let go of the idea that life could still be beautiful, still be mine. So I kept moving, one measured step at a time, and when I couldn't get to the stories I loved, I decided to create one of my own.
I had only been in my little bungalow for 2 months, but when I heard about the Chester 5K, something in me said, give it a go. So I did, walking stick and all. Every step was slow, but steady, and somehow the crowd carried me the rest of the way.
Your time is coming, Barry. Soon, you will see Claire again, your pacifying agent. Together you can heal the world.
Claire, I don't know if I'm ready.
You are. The race you ran was only the beginning. Keep moving. When the moment comes, you'll know.
Claire was already brilliant, compassionate, and unshakably principled. Then came the effect, an unseen resonance that amplified who she was. Her voice carried further, her presence calmed storms, and her heart, always courageous, burned brighter than ever. With each conversation, nations drew closer, rivals became partners. She offered solutions no one thought possible, and people listened because they felt understood. She turned conflict into cooperation, fear into trust. Fields were fed, cities...
Voices are here again, guiding. They say I'm where I must be to save the world. I don't need to do it alone.
You have me, and every ally willing to listen. We'll turn their whispers into action.
I am freezing prices globally and cancelling world debt. You will continue to pay your bills with support where necessary. Holidaymakers, you will go home. The world's poor shall flood in